You're listening to The Dirty Hit with Matt Clark and Justin Desare, right here on the Wide Right Sports Podcast Network.
What do you think about this whole situation? What's your take on it?
Okay. I think that everyone needs to chill the fuck out a little bit and not take everything to heart so much.
I do think that there is a thing called pretty privilege. There is a thing called white privilege. There is a thing called tall privilege.
So, Sonny Huston is a fucking idiot, okay? There's an attractiveness to Caitlin Clark, not because she's white. And let's be honest, Caitlin Clark, I love you. And this is no dig on you. But when it comes to, I mean, there's a lot prettier out there.
There is.
Okay, let's just say it.
She's not a 10.
Okay, Caitlin Clark's not a 10. Is Josh Allen a top 3 quarterback in the NFL right now?
To answer you, yes, I think he is in the top 3. But it's close, though. And to me, it is not a slam dunk.
Not attached to here. I just love seeing what he did last week in the season.
Yeah.
I want to see Samuel do good. I want to see Coleman fucking light it up. I want to see everybody do great together because that's how you win a Super Bowl, right? What do you think is going to happen with the Chicago Bears? Is anything exciting going to happen, or is it just going to be the same Chicago Bears this year? I mean, is Caleb Williams really going to get things going? If you were a Bears fan, let's kind of pretend we were Bears fans.
Let's pretend
for a second. Okay. Are we excited about this, or are we like, well, I mean, it's just one guy, or does it depend on what they're going to do next?
Sure. Okay, so Brian, who do you think the dark horse of the year is? Who is going to make a run and surprise everybody? And I'm not saying win the Super Bowl, but just who's going to fuck things up this year that nobody sees coming?
That's the salty post of the day. Here's the Buffalo Bills championship window. The window,
rough.
The window is more than closed. The window is absolutely battered. I mean, is the window closed?
I don't think it is.
Is the window closed for the Bills?
But it's closing.
Mm-hmm.
It's closing, right?
All right. What's up, America? Welcome to the Dirty Hit.
Yep.
We're getting dirty tonight.
Get the soap.
Get the soap. It's NFL season. We're kicking off. We are broadcasting live from the White Right Sports studio to a whole host of platforms tonight. Patriot One News. Great to have you here. This
Welcome.
is a sports edition of
America.
So
That's
thank
right.
you, my co-host Justin Desare.
Yo.
We got a lot to talk about tonight.
Ton.
This is a really, really exciting moment.
I'm amped up. Are you
I'm
amped up?
I'm totally amped up. We're launching the sports part of the Patriot One News brand, but we're also on Wide Right Sports. We're on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, just a whole bunch of stuff.
Rumble.
A whole bunch of stuff. Rumble. So you guys can catch us live every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Podcast replays will be up on Spotify, TuneIn, and Google Podcast, Apple, everything, right? Just everything.
That's it.
Everything. So follow us, and we hope to bring you a lot of the action from around the NFL every single night, Tuesday at 9 p.m. Preseason, week 1.
In the books.
A lot happened. I'm really excited to start talking about what we witnessed this week, what we think's going to happen. But first, for all of you joining us new here,
I think we have a lot of first timers.
We've got a lot
tonight.
of first timers here.
We're popping that cherry.
Thanks to Patriot One News. We're dropping in the sports part of the platform tonight. So a lot of you guys who are used to seeing us talk politics, we're going to talk sports just 1 hour a week. Don't worry, 1 hour a week. We're not gonna change the whole brand of what Patriot One News represents. We're still gonna bring you all the awesome conservative news, but we're just dropping in a sports show, and we're gonna kind of test the waters with this. So thank you everybody from Patriot One News who's coming in here tonight. Subscribe. There's a link somewhere you guys can subscribe. If you do like the show, you'll get notified by Messenger every single time we go live Tuesday night at 9:00. Before we kick it off, Justin, what are we drinking tonight?
First order of business, as always is the case with Wide Right Sports, is if you don't already have your favorite beverage, whatever that beverage may be, go ahead and get it now, right? It might be a frosty one. It might be bourbon, my choice. But tonight, Matt, we're doing something different in honor of the Dirty Hit, our late season 2. Right? Well, season 1, but season 2 of Wide Right.
Yeah.
Okay. We have some dirty martinis here.
Oh,
right?
that
so
is
let me put this right
perfect.
in here. So this is made by Wheatley Vodka.
Okay.
Okay. So we got some dirty martinis. What we're gonna do we're getting a little fancy tonight, Matt. Okay, I mean, I'm a bourbon guy, so this is a little out of my league. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
But we're gonna do it.
All right, let's do it.
So here, I'm gonna
Thank
give this
you.
to you. All right, or top you off here.
Now, you can't drink a dirty martini without the olive, right? And I hope you have green olives for us tonight, Justin.
Not only do I have green olives, but I have extra green olives.
Okay. And then what's an extra green olive?
They're just greener than normal.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
So there you go there. All right.
Real quick, because real quick, because we're going to Patriot One News as well tonight. Did you watch the Elon Musk Trump? Did you listen to any of that last night on Twitter? You did not?
No.
Okay.
I did not.
Just before we get into the sports show of things, and we will get into that, I wasn't that impressed.
Okay.
I'll tell you why I wasn't that impressed, Justin. Because I didn't really feel that Elon asked Trump the questions that he wanted to ask. He kind of...
He's giving him softballs?
He's giving him softballs. Okay, love Elon Musk, love Trump,
yeah.
Love the whole deal. Elon Musk threw up softballs. Now, it wasn't to say that Elon Musk's agenda should have been to hit Trump harder. No, that's not what I'm suggesting. But Elon did try to ask Trump about a few very serious issues like the Secret Service debacle.
Okay. Yeah.
He was trying, and I know where he was going with it. He was trying to ask, hey, we got to admit this was an inside job, right? Like he was like, and I was like, Elon, just freaking out with it, dude. Just ask the goddamn question.
Sure.
And but he couldn't.
Okay.
And you could tell Trump, or he was trying to, and Trump was like, I want nothing to do with this shit. No way he's going to touch it. He's going to touch it. No.
Okay.
So,
all right. I see.
Anyway, well, cheers, everybody. If you're tuning in for the first time, this is the Dirty Hit Podcast. We are drinking dirty martinis tonight. Cheers, Justin. And if you don't have a drink, go get one yourself and relax for the next hour. We're going to talk football.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That is delicious. That is fantastic. All right, back to football. We've got week 1 season down. We're season Preseason 2 here. Preseason, week 1 down. Yep. Justin, what did you think overall about the situation?
Well, certainly, for those of you that have been with us for a while, we know that, that we are Bills fans here. And so, we'll start there. This might be the overreaction part of the week or show, but the Bills look like straight trash. Right? They got mopped up by the Bears. 33-6 was the final score. And I think what a lot of folks are more focused on that first couple of drives where it was starters versus starters, and the Bears and Caleb Williams just marched right down the field, got a couple field goals while the Bills went 3 and out. So we got some clips here, I believe, of Mr. Williams, and
I was impressed.
Tell you what, he did not look like that was his first NFL game.
I tell you right now, Justin, I was impressed with Caleb Williams. I thought he did awesome.
Yeah.
The Mafia was trashing him.
They were. Don't know why.
I don't know why the Mafia had such a hard on for Caleb Williams, but listen, you got to give credit where credit's due. Yeah. Caleb was composed.
Yep.
He held his own in the pocket.
Yep.
He wasn't nervous. He wasn't jittery.
Yeah, he didn't have happy
feet.
Right. Yep.
I thought he did really well for the very limited time that he played. Did he even get a full quarter?
No, I don't believe he did. He did 2 drives. He marched them right down the field, the 2 field goals. And again, it's not so much about the field goals or not a touchdown or whatever, but it's about the level of poise that he just had, handling that, right? Marching them down the field, the command that he had in the huddle. He did not look like a rookie. He did not look like it was his first game. So, I put something up on our page that of the 2, ironically enough, Caleb Williams looked far better than Josh Allen did.
And I'm going to agree with you 100% on that. I was not impressed with the Bills' offense at all. And I've heard, the biggest excuse that Mafia had about the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen, and the was that, we didn't really play our starters. They were playing a second-string defense, blah, blah. First of all, that's not true.
That's not true.
Okay? We started with Allen, Kincaid, Shakir, like everybody.
Yep.
Okay, everybody started.
Yep.
And what did we do? March down twice?
3 and out.
2 field goals is all we put up the entire. So first quarter against the Bears, we should have put on a much better performance. And listen, guys, I don't care that it was week 1 preseason. I don't give a shit about any of that. All right? That is where you're trying to figure out how and who you work with, how you play. Okay, what are we looking at? Now, I get it. We're not going to put Josh Allen in jeopardy in the first game of preseason. I understand that. You're not going to expect Josh Allen to run 50 yards down the field and risk his life before the season even starts.
Right.
But
a lot would say, to your point, and you did just say that this is what it's for, right? This is to get the kinks out, right? To work all this stuff out. But again, I'm just looking at both of these teams came in with an equal amount of preparation, an equal amount of training camp. They both had their starters in, and the Bears just looked far better than the Bills did. Mm-hmm. And if you're looking at QB versus QB, Josh looked out of sorts. He looked like he was a little out there, while Williams just looked like a all-pro, quite honestly, taking him right down the field. So, and again, it is preseason, so let's not overreact too much, but at the end of the day, both teams came in on an equal playing field, and the Bears just totally mopped them up. All right, so I think we'll see where it goes, obviously, but they got a lot to work on.
So
right?
Jeff Sherwood's talking trash. Clear Dolphins fans 33-6. A bunch of LOLs to that comment. But listen. I mean, there is a lot to laugh about, I guess.
There is a lot. I mean, unfortunately, he's not wrong. Right?
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. I mean, unfortunately, Tyreek Hill might have more kids than the Miami Dolphins do wins this year, but we'll see.
Right.
All right. We'll be all right.
All right. So Berman is losing his mind. There was after speaking of the Buffalo Bills, Berman had this to say. And I think Chris Berman needs to settle down a little bit. But Berman had this to say about the Bills. He said, the Super Bowl window is wide open. They're going to win the division. Chris Berman's expectations for the Bills this year.
First of all, we love Chris, okay? But the comment itself has some holes in it. Winning your division has nothing to do with winning the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Okay, so there are...
The Bills have won the division how many years in a row now?
4 years in a row, and they haven't even sniffed the Super Bowl.
No, they've asked out every time.
So this Chris, calm down, settle down. Yeah. Okay, I like that he's a homer, but we did a segment last year. The window is not wide open. The window, how you open your window enough when it's raining out just to get that nice rain breeze, but you don't want to open it enough to where the rain comes in the house.
Yeah,
that's about how open that window is, in my opinion.
Okay,
right. So winning the division, look, I mean, what
it is wide open this year.
Well, but is it? I mean, in the AFC, it's wide open.
That's what I'm sorry.
Yeah,
yes.
In the AFC, it's wide open.
Right.
Because there are so many competitive teams in the AFC. The NFC is so, it's the Niners and the Packers, right? But the AFC is wide open. So we love you, Chris, but maybe they'll surprise us, and maybe he's right. Our page is going off, Matt.
It is going off today.
So nevertheless, we love you, Chris, but let's stop the nonsense for a moment.
Yeah, again... we didn't see much of Keon Coleman either, did we?
He had a couple of nice catches, but minimal. I mean, we didn't see. But
he didn't get much play time, did he?
No, first quarter.
Now, what do we think about the starters? Because that came out, I was surprised to see people like DeMar Hamlin in there.
Yeah, right at safety.
Yeah.
I mean, the starters played pretty much the first quarter. Mm-hmm. I mean, and frankly, I think I watched halfway through the second, and that was enough for me. But. We'll see. There's 2 more games because they cut it down to 3 this year. So there's 2 more games. They play the Steelers this week, so we'll see how that goes, and hopefully they have a better showing than they did this past week.
All right. Well,
it's going to be a long season.
It will be a long. What do we have them? I think I have them 9-8. The Bills. Something like that.
Yes, we each had them at 9-8. Yeah.
9-8. All right. When we come back, we're going to talk about which first-round rookie quarterback has caught your eye after Week 1 in the preseason. We'll have a lot more to talk about when we return. You guys stay tuned. We're listening to The Dirty Hit. All right, welcome back. You're listening to The Dirty Hit live right here from Wide Right Sports Studios. We're broadcasting to a lot of different platforms tonight. We've launched the show over on Patriot One News, the sports edition. So we hope you guys are joining that. We got a lot of people in from that platform. So thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Live every night at Tuesday, 9 p.m.
That's right.
How dirty did it get in week one?
Not that dirty. It wasn't that dirty in my view. Now, I think as the preseason takes shape and these guys are really starting to thin out these rosters, that's when a lot of movement's certainly going to happen. But, I did want to remind everybody, our comments are a little light right now.
They're a little light. Drop
right?
a comment.
So
Who's your team?
What are you drinking?
People.
Who's your team? What's going on in your life, right? And just throw it in there, right? Because we like the interaction and we like to what's a term called? Crowd work.
We like the crowd work.
We like the crowd work, right?
Absolutely.
So very good. All right. So what do we got? We got QBs that caught our eye in the first week of preseason, correct?
Yes, we do.
All right, so there's a lot of rookies, right? So really the question is, which rookie QB caught your eye in week one of the preseason? I watched a little bit of everything. I think you'll be surprised by my pick.
Who was your pick?
Right? So of this list, who do you think my pick would be?
Well, I'll be very honest with you. I didn't see much of... I saw a lot of Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams. I didn't see much of Penix Jr.
Okay.
I didn't watch J.J. McCarthy. Saw very little of Bo Nix. Right. So who's your... I didn't see Drake May, actually.
There's somebody on this list that has a...
I'm going to go with Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels?
Yeah, for your pick. No. Okay.
So there's somebody on this list that has a similarity with our show, right? So we are the Dirty Hit podcast.
Mm-hmm.
In Atlanta, they call their team the Dirty Birds.
Okay.
Michael Penix from Atlanta had the highest passer rating in week one.
Okay.
Him and McCarthy were right there. It was either him or McCarthy. But Michael Penix took him right down. Touchdown, right? Some nice throws, some nice yards. So I was really impressed by Michael Penix. And if you remember, he was the surprise overall 8th pick by the Falcons at the draft, right after they paid Kirk Cousins like $400 million or some absurd amount of money. Right? But Michael Penix played well. He would be my week one standout from a preseason standpoint. Right behind him, certainly Caleb Williams. Okay. But Bo Nix had a great showing, too, out in Denver. Had a solid game, marched him right down the field, had some good command and poise again in the pocket. So lots of good stuff from these youngsters out there, right? Who stood out to you, Matt?
So, and this is only because I didn't watch. I mean, I watched highlights. I saw the stats. I looked at what the other players did.
Sure.
I got to go with Caleb Williams.
Okay.
I do. I really have to. I was impressed with how he did. I just thought, he just played the game. He was comfortable.
Yeah.
And, I know a lot of people are calling bust already, and a lot of people have been giving him shit all off season,
including us.
I've given Caleb a ton, and I even said that. I said that on numerous groups. I said, listen, I've been giving Caleb Williams shit all draft.
But we also hoped that he balled out.
And I did say that.
Yeah.
You can go back and watch previous shows. I said, I hope he comes out and lights it on fire and just proves us all wrong.
Yeah.
Let's go to the comments, Cam, and see what a bunch of people said about which first-round rookie quarterback has caught your eye after week one of the preseason. It's between Caleb Williams, Michael Penix Jr., Jaden Daniels, J.J. McCarthy, Drake May, and Bo Nix. What are people saying? So Caleb made some big plays, Ryan says, that will win you football games. Throwing a dime on the run across his body that flipped to Swift while the pocket was collapsing.
Yeah, that was a great throw. Yep.
Again, just
very
composed.
Mahomes-ish.
It was very Mahomes-ish.
Yep.
The first down thrown to DJ on 3rd and 12 in an obvious passing situation. The poise, the pocket presence, which we just spoke about.
Yeah.
The kid has an unbelievable feel for the game. Does all the little things that can't be taught if you can't see it.
Look at Ryan, just laying it down. Football. Thank you, Mr. Ryan.
I thought that's a great comment.
Yeah.
Devin says Caleb Williams, Bo Nix did great. Bo Nix better be winning the QB competition after that performance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and then you got some love in there for Jaden Daniels, right? And, again, more Bo Nix, Caleb Williams. I mean, again, most of these guys played very well or exceptionally well. So nice to see all the love. We thank you for your comments. That's certainly something that makes us go when we see you guys throwing your comments and thoughts in there. So, yeah, lots of good things to come from these guys, and we're all excited to see season 2.
A lot of JJ. So what's going on with JJ McCarthy now? What's happened?
Torn MCL. So
when did that happen?
At practice.
Jesus.
Yep. So that was breaking news earlier today by Adam Schefter. He is out, which means we put that up on the page earlier today that Sam Darnold is now in line to be the week 1 starter for the Vikings.
Is he out for the season?
He's out at least, deep into the season. I mean, he's their first-round pick. They're not going to throw him in there halfway through the season with no reps and no practice.
Right.
More than likely, he's done for the season. You just got to shut him down, have him get another good camp next year, which, frankly, might not be a bad scenario for him given the circumstances, because now he can just learn the playbook on the sidelines as the games go on and the year progresses. So that's not it's an unfortunate thing, but my view is always they throw these rookie quarterbacks in way too soon and just hope, let them reach for the stars and all this nonsense.
Yeah.
So I've always liked the motto of, holding them out a year, maybe 2, especially if there's somebody solid in front of them that can still win games, which is not Sam Darnold, though. So RIP to the Vikings season, unless if they go out and make a splash or make a move to get a new QB. Sam Darnold does not have the track record to take the Vikings deep into the playoffs or anything of that sort.
I don't think so. All right, so while we're on our page, Wide Right Sports, the story.
The big one.
Okay.
Ayuk
is tearing it up on Wide Right Sports page. We've I think we've just posted this a little bit ago. Report the Browns and the 49ers agree to send Brandon Ayuk to Cleveland in exchange for wide receiver Amari Cooper with a 2nd and 5th round pick. NBC reported August 9th. What's today?
The 12th.
13th? Okay. So
but Ayuk said no.
Ayuk said no to the trade. He does not want to be in New England or Cleveland. Okay. So Ayuk says no. It's a huge... There's a lot of drama over this.
Which is interesting.
A lot of drama. I mean, already in Patriot One News, already 5,000 comments. Look at this. Likes 2.3 thousand comments on our page. Isaiah said,
"Thank you all."
Thank you guys for the comments. We appreciate all of that. That's great. Isaiah Williams says he clearly trying to force his way to Washington to play with Jaden. What do you think about that?
I don't know the backstory. I don't know if they played together in
he won't win a chip, but he'll
college or whatnot.
That's what you want to do. You want to go to the Commanders?
Well, here's my thing. I can understand the Patriots. Mm-hmm. Now, we're a little bit older, right? So, for us and a lot of folks, I think, winning is paramount. Mm-hmm. So I can understand not wanting to go to the Patriots. The Patriots have abysmal quarterback situation right now. Another rookie. Now, Cleveland isn't much better. Deshaun Watson, the story on him is there's still people not sure he's even a starting quarterback in the league anymore. Right. But, however, Cleveland has a top-tier defense. Cleveland still is a big dog in the AFC. So, if he's trying to force his way somewhere else, I don't love that. Mm-hmm. I can understand him not wanting to go to New England if he's trying to win. But not going to Cleveland is questionable because Cleveland is certainly going to be in the mix. And then there's the Steelers. The Steelers have entered the sweepstakes as well. Yeah. But the Steelers are the 49ers are asking way too much. I think that was the secondary post, Matt, that you would put up. Yeah, this one here. San Francisco is wanting, Minka Fitzpatrick and 2nd-round draft picks. They want a whole haul. Now, Brandon Ayuk is solid, right? But I think my position on this, our position maybe is he worth it? Mm-hmm. Is he as good as the money he is demanding, or is he as good as he is because he's on a team that has a lot of weapons that require defensive attention that open him up for more plays and targets?
And that's the argument because people are comparing him to other other likes in the NFL, and they're like, dude, he's not better than that guy.
He's not
better. They're like, because
he's good.
He's good but if you gave him that, you'd have other players be like, hold on a second, his stats are nowhere near my stats. So how can you offer him that kind of money? It's just going to cause a whole shit storm if you start catering to this guy.
100%, because if he was what you would call a true wide receiver one on any team, a lot of folks agree he would not put up the stats he has in San Francisco. Right. Essentially, in San Francisco, in the Niners camp, he is the third option, maybe the fourth option, right? Because you have CMC behind Purdy there, you have Deebo Samuel, and you have George Kittle, right? So the argument could easily be made in a scenario where he's the primary wide receiver, is he really going to put up those sorts of results? And I think a lot of people would probably think no.
So Oliver says, Ayuk ain't happening. Ayuk Lynch is not going to match the Steelers' offer.
No.
Why? Because he's well aware of other contracts coming up. So far, he's done a fantastic job at keeping the core together around the available cap space.
Yep. 100% dead on. Yeah. And that's the other thing. The cap scenario is a whole nother deal, right? So, you got what John there, the Steelers just need to walk away. But here's the thing about the Steelers. His same position that he just kind of made about the Patriots and the Browns would also apply to the Steelers, frankly. The Steelers have a very up-in-the-air QB situation. They just signed Russell Wilson, as we all know. But who knows how that'll play out. Hopefully he plays well, right? But if that doesn't turn out well, geez, I don't even know who their backup quarterback is in Pittsburgh. Oh, it's Justin Fields because they brought him over from Chicago. So, he could say the same thing, frankly, about going to Cleveland, New England, or Pittsburgh, because all three of those scenarios are very poor quarterback situations. Now, I don't love any of these guys trying to facilitate their own thing. A little bit later, we're going to talk about the Cowboys and something, a few of these GMs now are starting to hold people accountable to their contract, which I love. Okay. Now
you have to, because it's getting out of control.
It's getting out of control, right? So again, we'll see where he lands. The recent thing is, as you've been reporting, that San Francisco is now back in the mix, and San Francisco is trying to keep him in house now.
Sure, but he says no chance playing on the 5th-year option.
No, not at all, and he won't. Because while we're making the case that we're making, he is too good to play on a 5th-year option. Right. He's not a scrub. This guy's a great wide receiver, but he's not premier. And you put him on a wide receiver one scenario, he's not worth that money. So we'll see where it goes, and we'll take it from there. Right. But best of luck, and we'll see.
All right, so before the break, best NFL trades of the offseason. We have a list here, top 10 best NFL trades of the offseason. Deontay Johnson up top with the Steelers. Brian Burns, Stephon Diggs. Oh, Jesus. Diggs is already pissing everybody off down there.
Is.
Getting up in everybody's face. He's going to be one of the worst trades
of
the offseason, isn't? We got Carlton Davis, Keelan Allen, Justin Fields. Not even close.
Yeah.
Franklin Myers, Snead Collins, and Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah.
What do you think about this list? Best NFL trades of the offseason.
Yeah, I look at this and I really think about these teams' needs, right? And what team filled a big void, right? And Denver, with a rookie quarterback getting John Franklin Myers, is absolutely huge. But certainly in the Bills side of the house, getting rid of Diggs, the cap hit hurt, though.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't want to talk about that. Okay, so certainly when we come back, we'll touch more on this, but,
Are you ready?
So we're drinking dirty martinis tonight, and in honor of the new show called That's good. Thanks,
You're good?
buddy. Yeah,
Okay.
we're good. I got my bartender over here and co-host Justin Desire, live from the Wide Right Sports podcast studio every single Tuesday night at 9 p.m. We do a drink. We talk football. We talk controversy.
We talk shit.
We talk shit. We throw a little bit of political shit into the mix. That's what we do. And more importantly, we give you the facts.
Yeah.
We give you the facts from around the NFL, and we tell you what ESPN doesn't really want to bring up, what they don't really want to talk about. We get down,
Get dirty.
and dirty.
Get the soap.
Get the soap. Don't bend over. All right.
Or do.
Or do. Whatever. Hey, listen, we don't judge on this show, right? We don't judge. Who am I?
Yeah,
to
who
judge?
are we? We're just two guys in a basement
Am I
talking
to
sports.
judge? Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So,
All right.
Yeah, we left off on this list about the best trades of the offseason, right? And there's a lot of good ones on here, right? We'll certainly start off, on the Bills. I mean, seeing Stephon go was great.
Yeah.
I think everyone agrees. And
Yeah.
as a Bills fan, seeing him already having some antics on the sidelines and yelling at his QB and everything else just totally fits the bill. And, good riddance. Yeah. However, the cap hit hurt, Matt. We're still paying nearly $60 million for him not to be on our team this year, right? Yeah. So that hurts. So I look at this a little bit in a different perspective. The best trades for the team that they went to, the best trades for the team they left, the best trade for the team needs, which certainly that's what everyone tries to work for in a trade anyway. But the other one that kind of sneaks in here to me is Keenan Allen going Chicago, right? Chicago, I believe you have something a little bit later where Fox Sports, our friends at Fox, put out something stating that the Bears have the best offense in the NFL.
Well, and we got to pull that up. We'll find that in just a second.
Right, which is interesting. Now, the Bears are loaded, but can they put it all together? Right, if the Bears can put it all together, that's something to consider. Okay. But, Keenan Allen going to the Bears, I think, is pretty significant. Okay. The other one, Brian Burns, going from the Giants to the Panthers. I mean, the Panthers need so much. I don't know if that's going to matter. Okay. But nevertheless, yeah, we're pulling it up now. Was it Fox, I think, that said this?
I'm not sure, but it was, it is based on, it's based on stats, right? I mean, they do say that it's the best on paper.
Right.
Right? Here it is right here. Let's see here. Hold on a second.
So it's got the Bears, the Dolphins, the Chiefs, the Niners listed as these are power rankings on the NFL for NFL offense. Right.
We're going to pull that up in just a second.
I think Chicago Bears is a little premature. The Dolphins at number 2, I think, is fair because I said it. Look, I'm wearing a Bills shirt. I'm a Bills fan. Okay, but we shoot it straight here. I said last season that the Dolphins are going to win the division this year. And it hurts my heart to say that.
It does.
Okay.
It does.
But the Dolphins have a core that's been together for 3 to 4 years now. The same coaching staff, momentum, right? And the Bills no longer have that. So, I think the Dolphins at number 2 is fair. The Bears, though, there's no continuity. It's all of these guys' first year together. Okay. And they also don't have an explosive coaching staff that really, jumps out off paper anyway. So.
Now, last year the Buffalo Bills would have been right up there at the top.
Oh yeah, last
year they would have been right
yeah.
up. You could argue. You could have even argued last year that they were the number 1.
Right.
I'd love to go back and see the power rankings going into the 23-24 season.
Okay.
Because we had everybody.
We did.
We were stacked
not anymore.
on the offense.
Still couldn't get it done.
What offense other than the Buffalo Bills last year did you think was better?
On paper? Not many.
I don't know who you could have picked.
Not many. Yeah. So, you got the Bears, you got the Dolphins, you got the Chiefs.
You got the 49ers down there at the number 4.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yep, that's fair. The Rams is a little surprising. I think the Lions should be on this list because the Lions averaged over 25 points a game last year. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, this is a fair list, but look, all these things are so early. All it takes is a key player to go down, somebody to get traded, and it just changes the dynamics of everything. So this was a good find earlier, but the Bears being number one, come on, let's settle down.
Dennis says we will see.
Yeah, let's stop.
We'll see when the season starts. Miami will be pretenders again this year.
I don't think so. I think Miami's going to be legit.
Sean Francis is laughing at KC.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could laugh at Kansas City. They won the freaking Super Bowl.
And whoever did this spelt the Chiefs wrong. They're fired. Oh, fuck. Come on. I have one job.
Fox did not do this.
Yeah, Fox did not do this. We didn't either, by the way.
No.
But, I mean, come on. Jesus.
Listen, we don't shoot the messenger, guys, all right? Jesus Christ.
Lord. Have a drink.
Have a drink. If you don't have a drink, get one, because this is what we do. Yep. Tuesday night, 9 p.m., Wide Right Sports, The Dirty Hit. We're on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. Where else are we? We're on everything, aren't we, Justin?
On everything. Rumble, iTunes, Spotify. Or not Spotify, I'm sorry.
We
YouTube.
are. We're on Spotify. We'll be, you can find us everywhere.
Yep.
We were talking about the best NFL trades of the season. Let's talk a little bit about the insanity over in the Cowboys. All right, what the hell is going on with Sir Jerry Jones?
Are we shocked? This is the ongoing. I'm going to go off for a minute.
Yeah,
this is the ongoing shit. This is why Dallas, just this week, I think today, was announced as the most valuable franchise in sports. The Dallas Cowboys are now worth $10 billion. Okay? $10 billion. Now, let me ask you this. Matt, do you know? Just have a little fun. When was the last time the Cowboys won a Super Bowl?
I mean, you know what, though? That's the sad thing about football.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It was 1996.
It doesn't matter because it's the marketing and PR that makes the money.
This is what keeps them going.
Right.
Jerry Jones, he's...
how many Super Bowls did they win to even get to that point of being America?
Well, they won 3 in the 90s, and that was it. Right? But you love him or hate him, Jerry Jones.
Like our children will never have any clue why they're the biggest franchise.
No, the last Super Bowl they won is on VHS.
Right.
Okay. But Jerry Jones knows how to stay in the mainstream media. That's why this team is worth the $10 billion. Okay?
He knows how to stay
So
relevant.
what we got going on here is the whole CD Lamb thing.
All right.
Right? So here we go. Everyone is focused on Jerry Jones' comments about CD Lamb, but nobody's listening to what Stephen Jones said on his weekly. We could see Lamb push his holdout into the regular season. Okay? We have another piece of artwork, I think, right behind this, Matt, that here's, I personally, no, maybe not, I'm getting to the point where there was another piece of Jerry Jones talking about, we have him on contract for another 3 years. He has no leverage. And what I love about this, love him or hate him, this needs to happen more often. And I'll give Jerry some love here, right? Because I think what fundamentally is missed a lot of times, there it is, the guy's on contract, right? And they try to negotiate or renegotiate their contract before it's even up. And I get it. They're trying to get their bag. They're trying to maximize their potential earnings. I get all that. But right here, Jerry, this was, I think, today or yesterday. CD, you're missed, okay? But you're not missed out here competing. Doesn't put any pressure, any place on us, right? And there's some other comments out there stating he doesn't have leverage. We have him again on contract for 3 more years. Right? So this nuance of players thinking, right, I've elevated my game in the first year or 2 of my contract. I'm now going to try to force my ownership group to give me more money before I've even fulfilled my initial contract.
Which is happening all too often now.
And it's in every sport. It's not just here. Yeah. But, in the reality of what we call life, right? I mean, I was in the military. You're in a contract, right? And you know what? You renew your contract when the existing one is set to expire.
Right.
Not 3 years before, not 2 years before.
No. This isn't Enron. There's no mark-to-market bullshit.
Right, exactly.
Okay? Like everybody chill out. We're not going to look at on paper 3 years in ahead and then try to figure out what you're worth 3 years from now. Because to be honest, but this is the thing, Justin. They know 3 years from now, Jesus Christ, you could be ancient 3 years from now.
That's not wrong. That's right.
I mean, 3 years is like 30 years in football years.
So then what they should do then, I would argue then and say, if you have that mindset, just sign a 1-year contract every year.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
There you go.
Right?
There you go. Why are we signing these free? Yeah, exactly. I agree with that.
If you want to play this game, just do a 1-year contract.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So I love this because there was another clip. I don't think we have it built into the show, but the GM of the Jets, Hugh Douglas, said the same thing. I think I put it on our page, but Hassan Reddick, who now plays for the Jets, formerly of the Eagles, did this. He forced his way out of Philadelphia to go to the Jets. Okay. This man has skipped minicamp. He has skipped OTAs. He has not done anything that he's contractually obligated to do. And now he's demanding a trade out of New York after not contributing a damn thing to the team, right? And the GM, Hugh Douglas, has come out and basically said, we have no intention of trading you. Right. We're not going to trade you. You are under contract with us for ABC, however many years it is. You can report and honor your contract, or we will start to fine you per the terms of the collective bargaining agreement.
Right.
Right. So I love that GMs and owners are starting to shut this shit down.
Exactly. Listen, the NFL is a business at the end of the day.
Right.
Okay. And at some point we have to tell the agents and everybody to just chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
All right. This is enough of this crap.
Yeah. So I love it, and I think
the fans are hurting.
Yeah, 100%.
The fans are hurting because what we're doing is we're tying up all these contracts, or we're negotiating contracts when there's other talent out there who would kill to have some of these contracts.
And I think you will see, maybe soon, hopefully, the same thing happen in the NFL to a point that happened in the NBA, where the collective bargaining agreement, when that is renewed, right? So recently, last year, the NBA worked language into the new collective bargaining agreement to where the players cannot sit out if they, in certain circumstances, right? Because all these players were sitting out, this whole load management thing, right? And if you're a blue-collar fan spending your hard-earned money to go to a game to watch Kawhi Leonard or LeBron James or any of these guys play, and they don't play that night just to rest, that's not okay. Right. So I think hopefully the same thing will happen with the NFL, where, they work language into the next bargaining agreement saying, hey, look, if you're on a contract, I don't think, Matt, anybody would have an issue maybe with a team and a player starting negotiations in the last year of their contract.
You know what? There should be regulations now, laws about that.
That's
you shouldn't be even able to talk about that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Right. So if you're, whatever, you can start the negotiation process in the last year of your existing agreement. Anything before that is out of bounds.
Yeah.
Because it's a distraction to the team, it's a distraction to your teammates, it's a distraction to the fan base,
the club, everybody.
And you're clearly not focused because you're thinking about that.
Dude, it's no different than the presidential election. You're elected, 2 years into it, you got to stop what you're doing to start getting ready to get reelected.
Correct, yep.
2 years, right? So basically you have a 4-year term and you only can focus for 2 years.
Right, you got it.
It's the same thing. I got a 4-year contract, 2 years in the contract. I'm not even, the club's all out of joint. Yep. Because we're now dealing with trying to renew these freaking contracts again.
Exactly.
So meanwhile, the fans are sitting here thinking, can we just play some fucking football?
That's it. That's all they want to see. That's all they want to see. So beautiful. All right, we got one more segment coming up.
So when we get back, we're going to talk about the Black Adam Schefter. And the 4 biggest athletes by decade. Ooh, I'm excited to see about that.
This is going to be a fun one.
This is something you threw up. I haven't checked this out yet.
Refill your drink, folks.
We're going to refill our drinks. You guys refill your drink, and we'll talk about
fill Matt's biggest,
cup. Yeah, we'll fill my cup when we get back. You guys stay tuned. You're watching Wide Right Sports, the Dirty Hit Podcast. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back to the Dirty Hit Podcast, live Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. right here on the Wide Right Sports.
Get the soap.
Get the soap. Don't drop the soap. It's going to get dirty. We're here, segment 4, and this is season 2 of the show. We launched it in the off season, which was a good way to test pilot. It's taking off. It's doing well. We've been picked up on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and a whole bunch of other platforms. So we thank you guys all for your support.
Yeah. We're flirting. We're flirting with what, 10,000 followers?
We're flirting with 10,000 followers.
What have we reached in the last
2 million. We've reached 2 million people in the last 2 days. So I don't know where everybody's coming in from tonight, but we're all over YouTube, Twitter, Twitch.
Yeah, put in the comments wherever you're tuning in from. Yeah. Are we from Buffalo, Saskatchewan, Thailand? I mean, we see that on our insights page. We got folks all over the world. But yeah, throw in the comments where you're from and where you're tuning in from. So, what do we got next, Matt? We got decades.
We're going to talk about the 4 biggest athletes by decade. Who's Black Adam Schefter, by the way?
Not the white one.
Who is this? Who is the Black Adam Schefter? Do you know who this guy is?
I don't know who the black. He's not
black.
The white one.
He's not the white one because I know the white Adam Schefter. Right?
Yeah. Shout out.
But shout out to the Black Adam Schefter because we are all inclusive on this show.
Oh yeah.
And we thought, why not give the Black Adam Schefter a shot?
Let's give him some love.
So what do we got here? The biggest 4 athletes. All right, 2020s.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So the way this is broke out, I found this very interesting, and I worked this in earlier because I thought this is a very dynamic talking point, right? So what you have here in front of you are the last several decades, right? So on your screen you see from the 80s, 90s. If we scroll up or down, you can even see the 60s or the 70s. And what it's showing us are the top athlete in each professional sport by decade. Okay. So, Matt, I was born in the 80s. When were you born?
I was born in the 70s. By 1 year,
70s, baby.
By 1 year.
Okay. All right.
By 1 year.
So then let's start now. We were babies, but let's start off at the 70s then, right? So what this shows us is in the 70s, they had Tom Seaver as the best baseball player. Alan Page is the best NFL player.
Oh, I already got my pick.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the Lakers, right? And what does that say? Phil Esposito, right? And hockey. So we're going to do a fun activity here where we pick which of these players was the most dominant of the 4.
While we sip dirty martinis.
Right? So, let's start at the 70s here. Which athlete, hands down, dominated their sport more than the others?
Kareem.
You got to go with Kareem, right?
It's got to be.
I would make a case for Tom Seaver, though.
Okay.
Tom Seaver was absolutely dominant.
Was he an animal?
Right? But not like Kareem. Nobody talks about Tom Seaver like they talk about
I don't
Kareem.
even know who Tom Seaver is, to be honest.
All right, so let's jump out of the 70s and get into the 80s.
All right, we're up into your territory now. What, 1 year later? Oh, it's already a done deal. I only take one look at it. It's
so
done.
the best baseball player, Ricky Henderson. Then you got Lawrence Taylor, Magic Johnson, and Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
Matt, this one's spicy. Okay, now you're just automatically saying, I got my pick, but this is not a slam dunk.
Who is it? Who do you think my pick is?
I think.
Well, hold on. Let's do process of elimination. Who is it not?
I don't think it's Magic Johnson.
It's not. But who's even more obvious that it's not?
Ricky Henderson.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we're down to Lawrence Taylor or Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be Wayne Gretzky.
I got to go with the great one. Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah, I have to.
Right? Lawrence Taylor was an absolute beast.
Yeah,
though.
you can't undermine what he did.
But here's where I'll
Wayne Gretzky was the Michael Jordan of basketball.
Give Wayne the tip here.
It's got to be.
In hockey, they play both ways.
Yeah.
Okay. Football, they just play one way. Right. You play defense, you play offense, right?
You got in hockey, you got to do it all.
Right, exactly. So my tip of the cap goes to Wayne, Mr. Wayne. Throw it in the comments here if you're with us. Who do you think the most dominant athlete was by decade here? All right, so here's might be the favorite round.
Moving up the line, we're
the
in the
90s.
1990s. Okay.
All right, so we got Barry Bonds.
Oh,
Barry Bonds in baseball.
You already know the
Reggie White from the Eagles.
Okay.
Michael Jordan from the Bulls and Ray Bork from I think he was the Penguins.
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
we
is
all
this
know
even a debate?
It's not even a debate.
Do we even have to talk about the 90s?
No. It's hands down Michael Jordan.
Can the comment be made that Michael Jordan might be the most dominant athlete of any sport?
I was going to say, could
time?
he take the entire century?
Right.
Can he take the whole century?
This is where I get geeked out because people have the GOAT conversations all the time within their same sport.
Yeah.
But who is the GOAT of everything?
Of
who
right
is
now?
No. Who is just the most dominant athlete
it's Jordan.
ever?
Jordan.
And than any other
Michael
athlete
Jordan's
in any
the
other
GOAT.
sport.
He's the GOAT.
You think it's Jordan?
It's got to be Jordan.
I don't think it's got to be. And I'm not disagreeing.
Right
ever.
now. Ever.
Right?
I mean,
some might say Muhammad Ali.
By right now, what I meant was kind of like last
I understand.
century.
I understand.
Not like the modern day.
Yeah, I understand. Okay. But the case could be made that MJ might be.
I think it has to be above Muhammad Ali.
Okay. And there's just different angles, right? Yeah. So, all right, the 90s, if anyone thinks that Ray Bork, Reggie White, or Barry Bonds was more dominant than Michael Jordan in their sport,
you got to stop.
Put the weed down.
Yeah, you got to stop.
All right, but keep drinking, though. In the 2000s, we got Alex Rodriguez from the Yankees, Peyton Manning, okay, Dirk Nowitzki, and what does that say? Nicholas, who I'm not a huge hockey guy. I've never even heard of that guy.
You know, the fact that I haven't heard of Nicholas Lidstrom.
I don't even know who that is.
He's out.
Now, people that watch hockey would be MFing us right now, probably.
So here's what I got to say about this real quick, Justin. Okay? And this is going to piss a lot of baseball players off. I will never, I don't think I could ever put a baseball player as the best player in anything. Okay? Now, I know baseball players are going to hate on me for this.
Okay.
But baseball up against hockey, up against basketball. I mean, yes, you got to hit a bat. Babe Ruth, I guess, would be arguably one of the best in his time.
Yeah.
If we went all the way back to Babe Ruth, I'd
Yep.
probably give Babe Ruth the credit. Who since Babe Ruth really sticks out?
Michael Jordan.
No, baseball.
Oh, baseball.
Baseball. Baseball. Besides, like, Derek Jeter, maybe.
Yeah, Derek Jeter.
Like, who sticks out in baseball since Babe Ruth?
Now, when you ask that question, are you talking about a hitter or an overall player?
Just overall.
Overall, not many.
Who? Right. So now let's go to hitters.
Right. Hitters.
Because besides, like,
now, are we talking
right fielder,
steroids or non-steroids?
Let's go legal. Let's go non-steroids. Okay, so you're not really supposed to be doing
all those
drugs.
guys out, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, actually, no. Let's throw the steroids in for a second.
You want to throw the steroids in?
Throw the steroids in. Yeah. Who's the best hitter of all time?
Mark McGwire.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe Sammy Sosa. Maybe
Sammy
Barry Bonds.
Sosa.
Maybe Barry Bonds.
But the point is, there's a hand.
But those are just like now. Barry had Golden Gloves. Mm-hmm. Right. Barry was an incredible outfielder, but not to the point of, to your question, he didn't change the game. Right. Ken Griffey Jr. Yeah. I'd put Ken Griffey Jr. in there. Yeah. Right. But all right. So. That's a fun conversation.
It's hard for me to give any baseball player. So in the 2000s, who are you going with?
The 2000s, this one to me is kind of a, I guess I'd have to go with just Peyton Manning.
I'm going Peyton Manning.
Yeah. The second would be Alex Rodriguez.
Yeah. I'm going, 2010s. Okay, come on. This is easy.
Okay. Oh, my God. All right, so you got Mike
and I'm
Trout.
glad that LeBron James is going up against Tom Brady.
This is not even a question,
no.
Right? So, yeah, you got Mike
and
Trout.
I get to hate on him hard now.
You do like to hate on him.
I hate on him.
So
I like to hate on LeBron James, and I get to hate on LeBron James right now. Because there's no way I'm putting him above Tom Brady.
No, this again, just like the '90s, Tom Brady. This is not a debate.
It's not a debate.
Tom Brady,
when
clearly.
You think football, the GOAT.
Could you?
Who's the GOAT?
Put Tom above MJ?
No. I won't put Brady above MJ.
And here's again, I'll go back to what I said because they only play one way in football.
Yeah.
Michael was the
defensive
player of the year several times as well.
You have to go up and down the court.
Okay. All right.
And hold on a second. Not only does Brady not play both ways,
right.
He's a freaking quarterback.
Right, so he doesn't get touched.
He doesn't really do anything except for throw the ball. Now I'm not undermining that because he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Brady was a freaking.
So there's a good fun topic.
Yeah.
Who's the better GOAT, Brady or Jordan?
The better go. The better go. Well,
I mean, Brady won more.
I guess I got to go with Jordan.
I still would go
I have
Jordan.
to.
But I'll go back to your comment about...
you have to think about what Jordan did on the court, up and down the court.
I'll go back to your baseball comment real quick, though,
Yeah.
just to kind of throw this out there. Some would say, and I'm in this camp, playing, all the sports that I did when I was younger, but there are now studies that back this up. Baseball is the hardest sport to play.
Okay.
Right? So baseball... you fail more than you succeed, right? And even if you bat 300, you're an outstanding hitter.
I was going to say,
Right.
what average, and there's been a big debate about this, you're right, in the last few months, actually, on social media.
Yeah.
I think ever since the comments were made between, who was it, about any basketball player could play football.
Oh,
but not
yeah,
all football
Austin Rivers, that
players.
idiot.
But not every
Frickin'
football
moron.
player can play basketball.
I can think of 30 NBA players that could play. Shut up.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Right.
But I'd love to see them swing a bat.
But then all the baseball fans chimed in.
Yeah.
And they actually made some good points.
Yeah.
Because people are like, no, golf's the hardest. Not everybody could shoot par. And everyone's like, hold on a second. How many of you could hit a 98-mile-an-hour fastball?
And that's my point. Golf, you're playing against yourself.
Right. And anybody can hit a golf club.
Right.
Anybody.
That's
Now,
right.
not
not
everybody,
easy.
not everybody can par a hole.
Nope.
And then not everybody could par a course or shoot 10 under.
Yep.
That's virtually impossible.
Exactly. Right.
But anybody can swing a golf club
Yep.
and hit the ball
Right.
straight.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
Anybody can shoot a basketball. Anybody can throw a football
Yep.
or catch a football. Anybody can kind of shoot a hockey
Yeah.
puck,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But who could step up to the plate and hit an how
And-
fast
and-
are the how fast is the average?
Yeah, 98, 97, if they're really putting some sauce
So
on
how
it.
many people could hit that? Probably
Well, I mean, statistically, again, like I said, a great hitter maybe bats 350,
And he's a
300,
pro,
and he's a pro top tier hitter. So that means 65% of the time you're not getting the ball in play.
right.
Right.
And that's a pro.
Right.
The best in the world.
Right. And then what do we got here? In the 2020s, we got Ohtani, Mahomes, Jokic, and McDavid. Ooh. Now, this is interesting because we're halfway through the 20s right now. So this is a little premature because the 20s are not over.
No.
I think a lot of people would look at this and automatically jump on Mahomes.
Yeah.
But you know what? Jokic has won 2 MVPs, a couple of chips. He should have won MVP last year, but he didn't. Jokic is just as dominant. He averages a triple-double. Jokic is just as dominant in his sport as Mahomes is. Maybe more dominant, frankly, right? But McDavid's changing the game in the NHL, which is outstanding to see. And again, like I said, nobody really cares about baseball. So,
who are you going with?
Just because of, I'd go with Mahomes because football is more popular.
Go. And you know what? I'm not even going to go with it because it's popular, because right now he's freaking dominating. He is.
But Jokic is dominating just as
Jokic
much.
is kind of creeping up there, but
yeah.
Mahomes is the
he's
boy
the
right
Yeah.
now. He's the guy. All right, guys, that's all the time we have today. Please join us every single Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Get your drink. We're drinking the Dirty Martinis because you're watching the Dirty Hit podcast right here on Wide Right Sports.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you guys so much for your support. We'll see you next week, 9 p.m., same time. Have a good evening.